roaches!
Hello, welcome back to the channel. Let me take a second to just apologize for my absence for like the past, oh gosh, 2 or 3 weeks. It's, you know, I'm in school, it's finals time. School has been kicking my ass, so I've just been literally just too busy to film and couldn't find like a good time, but I have the time now, and the semester will be over in like 2 weeks, and I'll be going home in like 2 weeks. So then when I'm home over the summer, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be consistent, and y'all can hold me to that. Anyway, let's quickly transition into today's topic. Gabbie Hanna, yay. Yay for Gabbie Hanna. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me just give you the little lowdown. The lowdown on the situation if you don't already know. So it was quiet. It was peaceful in the land. We were living our lives, minding our business, having a time. Until Gabbie Hanna decides that, you know what? I am gonna stir shit up. I am gonna start kicking shit just because I can. And Gabbie went on, I believe it was her Instagram story, and she decided to pick a fight with Rachel Oates. And if you don't know who Rachel Oates is, she made some videos critiquing Gabbie's poetry book. And Gabbie took Rachel's videos and decided, you know what? This is a hate crime. I think I'm going to go off the rails. And Gabbie called Rachel a narcissistic bitch and like straight up made these just so out of pocket claims about Rachel's character, who Rachel is as a person, because she had a negative review of her poetry. All right, so that happened, and that had the spotlight was on Gabbie. The spotlight was on Gabbie for a little bit. And then when people were like, what are you doing? Do you understand how you sound? When people started questioning Gabbie, she was like, oh, people don't understand my poetry. I was writing this deep, amazing poetry. And then she brought in the fact that she's neurodivergent, and that's like, that caused a whole shitstorm. Gabbie brought up she's neurodivergent. And, you know, her poetry, neurotypicals cannot understand her poetry, and that's why everyone hates it, and blah, 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 blah. And how Gabbie Hanna is no longer taking shit from anybody. She's standing her ground, you know, calling this woman that I've never met a narcissistic bitch and accusing her of, like, harassing me. I'm standing my ground. I'm in the right here. I'm the sane one here. So after that little moment in time, I believe we start traveling from her Instagram to her TikTok, where she started, was this when the Trisha stuff started? Hold on, let me get my timeline straight. So on her TikTok, she doubled down. She continued to double down on Rachel. She just started posting weird shit, like her like yelling and being just strange things. Now we're gonna transition into the Trisha fiasco. So Gabbie and Trisha, if you don't know, have a very complicated relationship. They're not friends, to put it very delicately. And Gabbie decided that her next target, it's gonna be Trisha. And listen, I've made my feelings about Trisha Paytas very clear. Trisha Paytas is not, no, I'm not a Trisha Paytas fan. I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't want to deal with any stands, but I am not a fan. But if you know, Trisha does have, you know, she does have a lot of fans now. So a lot of people, so, you know, Gabbie going after Trisha, she's gonna lose. She's gonna lose. Like, because right now Trisha is like, her reputation is like right here, and Gabbie's reputation is non-existent, truly. And so obviously that blew up in her face, and now they're going back and forth on Twitter, and it's a mess, and Gabbie Hanna is just a mess. And I just wanted to talk about just Gabbie Hanna. Girl, in the less than 1% chance that you watch this, I'm asking this genuinely, are you okay? Are you good? Because the way you are acting on social media is concerning. It's genuinely like not normal. Like, it's not. And you can try to repackage it. You can say that you're standing up for yourself. You can say that, you know, you're not taking shit from anybody. But no, that's not what you're doing at all. You're not standing up. You're picking fights. You're picking fights with people that have, like, you're just starting shit. You're literally just doing this to yourself at this point. When did Rachel make those videos? I don't know, those videos are like not new at this point. And it's like, what, this is not the serve. You getting on social media yelling about how you're an attention seeker and all this and posting these strange ass videos of you, like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, this is not the serve you seem to think it is. And you trying to say, oh, well, anytime a woman stands up for herself, it's, people want to call it like a mental breakdown. Girl, what you're doing right now, that is not normal. And people telling you that the way you are behaving on the internet is not normal, that's not misogyny, that's the truth. That's literally what it is. The way you are behaving on the internet is not normal. And it's like, I genuinely hope that Gabbie is just putting this all on, that Gabbie has some plot, because I know Gabbie's planning to release some sort of content explaining like what is going on with her. And I really hope, for her sake, that this is like a joke. Like, this was like some social experiment. Like, she just wanted to like be out of pocket because she wants to be out of pocket, and not that she genuinely thinks that she is like some unsung hero in this scenario. You're not. You got on the internet and called someone a narcissistic bitch because they didn't like your poetry. Really? Really? And didn't you send her the poetry book? You sent her the poetry book. You sent Rachel the poetry book. So what did you think she was going to do with that? Did you think she was just going to throw it away and never speak on it? Why would you send it to her if you didn't want her to speak on it? Like, hey, guess what? You're an influencer. You've decided to put yourself in the public eye. People aren't going to like what you do. People aren't going to like your poetry. And while you can say that, oh, it's this amazing poetry and I was writing about mental health and neurotypical people can't understand it. Bitch, neurodivergent people didn't like that shit either. Because I was looking at the audience. I was checking out with the audience. The neurodivergent people didn't like that shit either. So who is it for, Gabbie? Who is the poetry for? It's not good. And that's just it. Like, the poetry, people didn't like the poetry. Like, people don't like things that you put out. Is everybody that didn't like your poetry a narcissistic bitch? Is that what it is? Oh my God. It's like the show she's putting on social media. Like, writing all that shit on her face. Her spelling of relevant wrong. Not that. Never that. It was like, it's like, where are your friends? Where is your support system? Because if your friends cared about you, they would not be letting you do this. You need to call all your friends right now and drop them. Hey, is there a reason you're not checking me for acting like this on social media? You need to talk to your friends right now. And you need to drop all of them because they're all fake as fuck for letting you act like that on social media. They really are. And what are you doing picking fights with all these influencers? Like, Gabbie, you have to understand how this looks. You have to understand how this looks. You are like, you must be, I mean, is this promo? Is this just a weird promo for whatever series you plan on dropping? Because I promise you, like, at this point, you have done so much damage. You have done unrepairable damage to your reputation. I don't think a series is going to save you. It's not. It's really not. And I really think at this point, you gotta pack it up, girl. You gotta pack it up. You have to maybe leave the internet for a little bit, collect yourself, and just make the content you need to make for whatever audience you have left, and just go. Because the way things are looking for you right now, the way you have these, I don't even know what to call it. You have these moments on social media. And this is not the first time. And I'm pretty sure now you're still posting like weird shit. And it's like, it feels, how do I even describe this? It feels forced, but at the same time, it feels like, ugh. Like, does that make sense? Like, it feels as though, like, she's acting this erratic, I guess, on purpose. Like, but at the same time, it's like, ugh. It's like, get the call the therapist or something, because what are you doing? Like, I'm really starting to think that this internet shit is real destabilizing for you, Gabbie. This internet shit is really not, I don't think it's doing you the favors anymore. Like, you cannot keep doing this to yourself. This is literally what you're doing to yourself. You really think you're standing up for yourself, but you're really just making everything worse for you. Like, I don't know what you think your end goal is going to be here, Gabbie. It's a mess. So I guess the point of this video is to tell Gabbie Hanna, please leave the internet. I'm not even saying that in a mean, I don't want you here. I'm saying that in a, I think you need to. For your mental health and sanity, I think you need to vacate from the internet, because your behavior, so out of pocket. You're literally not doing yourself any favors. You're not doing yourself any favors. You need to delete TikTok, and you need to stop posting on your Instagram stories. You need to start doing that ASAP, because it's not working for you. You need to take whatever reputation you have left, whatever audience you have left, and you need to just put your energy into that. Because the way you have these extreme reactions to like criticism and hate, and like the way you just snap at people like that, that is not good. And it is not the I'm standing up for myself, I'm defending myself take that you seem to think it is. Vacate from the internet, please. For your sake, for our sake, go. Because it's done. It's done. You've really just torpedoed that for yourself. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Miss Gabbie Hanna. Bye. Like and subscribe.